Yo, what's up guys? Before I get into today's video, make sure you guys go watch my last video if you haven't already. It's just a Derrick Rose interview talking about, the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, The Last Dance, and just, I thought it would be cool to share. So if you guys want to watch that, definitely check that out. But yeah, in today's video, I'm doing a mailbag. But before I get into the mailbag, I have a few, rumors and topics to talk about. So definitely stay tuned for that if you guys don't like mailbags. And back on the head coach search or whatever you want to call it, there's been a lot of rumors because of course yesterday the Bulls introduced Mark Eversley as our GM, and he was talking about all the players, all the coaching staff and everything. And he said, I think we owe it to everyone on staff to get to Chicago first and meet them face to face, because with the season suspended and people aren't supposed to be traveling and such, he can't really fully go to Chicago and meet all the current head coaches and coaching staff and medical staff. So the decision on Jim Boylen and his staff and other front office members is going to be a while still, which kind of sucks, but I don't even care how long it takes, as long as Mark does the right things and fires, Jim Boylen. Hopefully we get a new medical staff, because that's been a huge problem for many years for us. And speaking of head coaches, of course there's been a lot of names and candidates thrown around recently, but all signs continue to point to Adrian Griffin as the potential head coach of the Chicago Bulls. Mark Eversley, the Bulls' new GM, has a great relationship with Adrian Griffin, as when they both worked together for the Raptors a few years ago. In addition, Griffin has a great relationship with Arcidiacono, as they played together for 2 seasons at Seton Hall. I'm not sure what that is, but that might be an overseas school or something, or team. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect or anything. And Griffin also played for the Bulls for 3 seasons and was on the coaching staff with Tom Tibbs on the Bulls from 2010 to 2015. So it looks like he's pretty much linked to all of our current and new moves. I mean, even our old staff he was linked to, and I know the Bulls signing players they already have connections with. I mean, a lot of players, I know some people out there saying that they don't want to continue just to rehire, players with links and connections. But around the league, I've heard a lot of rumors about saying that Adrian Griffin is a really good assistant coach. He's overexperienced, and he deserved to be a head coach for many years now. So he's a good target. I mean, we're not just hiring some nobody. He's been in the league, he's been around, he's very experienced. So it looks like it's just a waiting game for our GM and our new VP to meet Jim Boylen and them, and hopefully fire Boylen and hire this man. And another name in the line of potential head coaches is Ime Udoka. I don't know how to say his name at all. I'll make sure to throw it up on the screen. And like I said with Adrian Griffin, he's also linked to the Chicago Bulls. He was the Philadelphia 76ers assistant head coach. So, I mean, we're just kind of stealing all the 76ers head coaches and GMs. But I'm down. The 76ers are way better than us. Like I said, both those men have, big ties to our new front office. And they're really experienced in the league, and that's what the Bulls have mainly been hiring on. If you look at any of the Chicago Bulls front office signings or anything, they're really experienced around the league. So I'd be down to hire any of those two. I'm really high on Adrian Griffin, but like I said, it's just going to be a waiting game. But if anything happens, I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on that. And like I said earlier in the video, the Chicago Bulls introduced Mark Eversley yesterday as our GM. And he said a lot of great things. He said everything starts and ends with winning. Our culture needs to be about excellence day in and day out. The good thing I heard, he was talking about winning a lot. Unlike Jim Boylen, he was talking about developing. He was talking about winning. And I also saw Mark Eversley was talking about our player development coach or staff, whatever it is. We only had one player developing players. That's probably why our players don't develop that much and turn out to be how good they can be with all their potential, because we only have one guy on the staff. And even Mark said that's a hell of a job to do for one dude. So I truly believe Mark Eversley will fix our development staff and hire a bunch of guys to help these young players. And like I said, how we introduced him, Jimmy Butler liked one of the posts welcoming him to Chicago to be our new GM. And that's pretty huge news, because Jimmy Butler, he played with the 76ers, and everyone has said Mark is a great, just a great person. He's good with player-based relationships. So I'm sure him and Jimmy had a good relationship, and I've also seen a lot of rumors throughout the past few years saying Jimmy Butler would love to come back to Chicago. We drafted him 30 overall. He loves us. He thanks us for everything. I don't even think he wanted to leave Chicago. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see Jimmy Butler come back. I mean, Jimmy's still young. He's leading Miami Heat to a great record. I'm pretty sure he just signed an extension though. But hey, you never know. The NBA is a crazy place. I thought that'd be pretty cool to include that in the video. But like I said, you never know, man. But now on today's short little mailbag. I saw this post going around, and Bleacher Report's latest mock draft has the Chicago Bulls drafting LaMelo Ball with the 3rd overall pick in the 2020 draft. And I'm just going to say it, I'm really high on this kid. He's a 6'8" point guard, so he can play point guard, shooting guard, or small forward if he really wants to. He's already 2 inches taller than his brother Lonzo Ball, and he's been playing overseas. And overseas, he averaged 17 points, pretty much 2 steals a game, 7 assists, and pretty much 8 rebounds a game. And I know a lot of people don't really like LaMelo because, if you draft LaMelo, it kind of comes with LaVar Ball, which sucks. But, I'm down to take the chance on this kid. I mean, he's still super young. I'm pretty sure he's like 19 maybe. No, let me correct myself. He's actually only 18 years old. And that's just insane that he's 18 years old putting up those numbers overseas. Because a lot of people say overseas competition is way harder than the NBA, and I believe it. I mean, look at what Luka Doncic is doing to our league. He's just absolutely tearing it up. But I'd be 100% down to draft this kid. But I don't really see the Bulls getting the 3rd overall draft pick, which sucks because if the season ends right now, you all know we're supposed to get the 7th draft pick again for the 4th year in a row. Hopefully that changes, give the Bulls a little bit of luck. We're finally blowing front office up like we need to for, we've needed to for years. So give us a chance, give us a little luck. I'm sick of the Bulls getting lucked out, not getting any attention from the media. But, honestly, I don't care. Let them sleep on us. We could be the underdog next year and be maybe the 7th or 8th seed, depending on the moves, our new GM makes this offseason. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about us drafting LaMelo Ball. Say we get like a higher draft pick. Let me know what you guys think we should do with that. And also let me know, say we stay at 7, who would you like us to draft? And just any draft targets you want me to research or just you guys want us to draft. Make sure you guys leave any questions or comments about that below. And like I was saying, this mailbag is going to be short because, I got working a little bit. But the final question in today's mailbag is, do you think the Bulls should stay with Lauri Markkanen for the future? Of course, if you guys know me or know my channel, I'm really high on Lauri Markkanen, even though he had a really bad year this year. I mean, the crazy part about it is he's only 22 years old still. And, I don't want to put too much excuses out last year, but he was hurt for most of the season. And I also put a big blame on, Jim Boylen. I've said many times, Boylen just made him pretty much a, standing 3-point shooter. He made him into just Channing Frye when this kid has way more potential. I mean, he played great overseas. He did regress this season, like I said. And health is a big factor because the last 2 seasons, he only played 50 games last year. And then in 2018, he only played 52. But like I said, he's an above average 3-point shooter. He's super athletic, like low key. If he could just stay healthy and hopefully, our new head coach and new GM set him up right. Because Mark Eversley was really high on this man. He even said that. He's a great shooter. I feel like if Jim Boylen just helped him out, Lauri Markkanen could have had a great year. Hopefully Mark Eversley and Arturas sign a good head coach that knows how to use Lauri Markkanen more than just a 3-point shooter because he's way more than that. His potential is super high. So yeah, hopefully we just get a new head coach that knows how to, work our offense and hopefully improve and help our young players develop and put them in the best positions to succeed because we do have a lot of young talent on this team. We just need them to develop and stay healthy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.